Hi, I'm Ken Ham, President of Anson Genesis, the Creation Museum, and the Ark Encounter. And we have something a little different for you today. Have you ever heard of Archery Tag? Just look around here. You'll see these blow-up structures here, and see the arrows down here. And you can also, over here, see the face masks and the bows that we have here. We have something else over here too. This is, hey John, you're the inventor of this, right? Of Archery Tag.
Yes, sir.
You want to tell us what it is first of all?
Archery tag is just essentially like dodgeball with a bow and arrow.
Dodgeball with a bow and arrow. That's one way of explaining it. So,
In a family-friendly manner.
Family-friendly manner. So these arrows, they're not going to hurt people.
No, we just play it in here. They don't hurt the environment. They don't hurt the walls. They don't hurt the people. We've had people from 7 to people in their 80s that have enjoyed this sport.
So you actually shoot these at people.
Yes, sir.
They have these special. They come off, right? There we are.
It's
Okay.
it's a very dense but soft foam. It's a closed cell, so it doesn't pick up any moisture.
And there's a target that they have to aim for.
Yeah, but they like aiming for.
Oh, they like aim for the people, and then they have to knock out the.
Yeah, the targets. That's another scoring mechanism to add to the game. We do points. We do elimination. So again, like dodgeball, if you get hit, you're out. To get a player back in, you catch an arrow, or you knock out one of these targets.
And this is fun to use indoors. And
Oh, yes.
And now it's gone all over the world.
Yeah, we're in over 50 countries
50
now.
countries.
Yes.
But a lot of churches use this too, right?
A lot of churches, and it's a great outreach tool. I mean, think about it. You know, your son, your daughter, they're inviting their friends to church. Hey, we've got Archery Tag, and it's a draw for the kids because they're watching these videos online that are going viral, and they're hungry for a place to go do this. So it's been a wonderful outreach tool for the churches.
And so you invented this, and you're here at the Creation Museum because we're sort of trialing this today with our staff and looking at having it here. We could use in Legacy Hall and other places when we have overnighters and just for fun things, for when we have groups coming in to do. It's just a good family-friendly game for them to play.
And with almost 6 years doing this, we've had a stellar safety record, which I'm very proud of. And I'm proud of the fact that it engages the entire family, and it gives them a good cardio workout like your employees have seen here today, and it gets them using some muscles, and it gets them off the phone.
So there are some Chinese knockoffs, right, of this?
Yes, sir.
And they're totally inferior to what you've done here.
Yes, sir. Yes, I have one right here that, and this is my message to everybody. I understand a lot of people, they want to find the best perceived value, so they look for the cheapest, but the cheapest isn't always the best.
Right.
Especially when you're dealing with churches and you're dealing with kids' safety that you've entrusted with. This is one Chinese knockoff. We shot this at a piece of drywall, and after 6 times it came unglued. And feel the difference in how hard that is.
That's hard. That'd hurt you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is that wouldn't hurt anybody.
And then the difference between the knocks, okay? Again, we developed what we call the safe knock. It's nice and round and blunt, and feel how sharp that one is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So again, we've put a lot of thought into
emphasis
safety.
on safety. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
then most recently, these are prototype masks. This is feel how light that is.
I mean, it just feels like a feather.
Yeah, it's about 4 ounces, and it's all foam.
Hi. Do I look like Darth Vader or something?
It's all foam and stainless steel mesh. The other nice thing about it is it's antimicrobial.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah.
It will not soak up any sweat, so it's a very safe mask in terms of spreading germs. All we do is we just wipe it with a bacterial wipe, and then we dry it. There's no wetness there like you get on a lot of paintball masks that soak up the sweat.
Oh, interesting. You make these in Indiana?
Yes, these are made in actually in Ohio and Indiana, and our bows 100% U.S. made. This is all made in Indiana. So we're very proud of the fact that we're a U.S. company, we're a Christian company, and we love ministry.
And you're going to visit the Ark today?
Oh yes, and I'm very thrilled with that, and I'm told that I get to shoot an arrow off the arc.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
People could use this as their home too, couldn't they?
Yes, we have
It's
it.
not just in churches. People
No,
use
we
it for homes.
have we have a lot of commercial enterprises that use it. It's very mobile. You can do it anywhere, and we've even done it in the water. We set it
really?
up out in our pond, and it was a
Let
blast.
these float around.
We actually anchored them, and you can come up out of the water and shoot, and the arrows float.
And these blow up, right?
Yes, sir.
So very portable. You can just fold them up.
Yeah, everything packs down into a couple of duffel bags.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
That's fascinating. And over here, what do you have over here? Did you invent this too?
Yes, sir. This is what we call our hover ball archery target. And as you can see, we've got these balls that are floating on air. And the object of the game is to shoot the ball down with an arrow. Would you like me to demonstrate?
Yeah. How about you demonstrate?
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Okay, we'll let John demonstrate this one. These would be great to have here at the Creation Museum and the Ark Encounter when we get a big multi-purpose room done. Okay, here we go. You missed.
That wasn't supposed to happen. Especially on live streaming.
Aha, you got that one. Excellent. You've done this before.
A couple of times. And also, this is very portable too, Ken. This all packs down into a wheeled duffel bag with the blower, the bows, and the arrows. And again, we have a lot of churches that use this. They've also put this in movie theaters.
Oh, really?
Think about this, for example, when you have the Hunger Games or any
Yep.
of these other movies that have
Yep.
archery in them, you go set this up with your church's message
Yep.
or whatever on there, or Answers in Genesis, and it's just another way of connecting with
them.
people out there in their environment.
And I heard you're doing a home version of this one.
We're working on some prototype stuff,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Oh, that'll be good.
Yes.
Because with 16 grandkids, I'd love to have a home version of this one. I should be one of you.
That's a quiver full
You know
of
what?
arrows.
We should be one of your testing places. That's what we should do.
I think we can make that arrangement, yes.
So, well, that was really great. I just thought it'd be great because they're here today at the Creation Museum, and we're testing these out, and these would be great to have we have overnighters that come in here, stay overnight. The same down the Ark. We're going to be introducing that down the Ark as well. Groups come in and they stay overnight during the year, and we have other groups and young people and older people and all sorts of people who come in here, and it'd be good for groups to have something like this to be able to do as well.
Just like when we
something
came here
extra.
with our homeschool group about 7 years ago for the first time, and it's life-changing. This place is life-changing, and the message that you're getting out to the world, I thank you for the work that you guys are doing here. It's an awesome thing.
Well, thank you. What's your website?
It's archerytag.com.
Archerytag.com. And just while we're here, I'm not sure how many people out there have questions. If anyone has questions, you have questions to John about Archery Tag, or what do you call this one?
This is the Safe Archery Hoverball.
Safe Archery Hoverball. If you ask questions, I'll have our videographer just read out the questions to me, and we'll just see. Kathleen, any questions? No questions yet? People just making statements, comments? All positive comments? They like it? Okay, any questions? I didn't warn them ahead of time we would take questions, so I'll just talk for a little bit, see if anyone asks a question, and I'll ask you a question. Now, you can use this outside or inside, you said?
Yes, it's...
And the same for this one, outside or inside?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And again, the footprint here, it's 8 foot tall, 10 foot wide, and as you can see, it takes up virtually no space. And in here, all we did is clear out some chairs, and a standard field size for Archery Tag is 36 by 78, which is the size of a tennis court. We're a little bit smaller in here, but as you can see, it's really had no adverse effect.
Now, can you use your bow and shoot at one of those targets?
I can
try
that. Yeah, we can. Hey, Josh,
just to show us this.
Can you get one of those targets and kind of put it
Archerytag.com is their website, and I love to find fun family things that can be done, church things that can be done, just to bring people together and as an outreach, and this is obviously one of them. We're going to
They're not.
Okay.
Down.
All right. Yeah. So it's not done. Nope. It's It's not done exactly as you'd normally do it, but we're going to just give you a little bit of an idea here. Okay, here we go. Aha, I get it. Well, you hit it. You just didn't knock it out.
Yeah, not the greatest shot.
Well, we get the idea. So they're the target. They're the targets you have to knock out, and then people run around and hide behind these, and you try to. When you hit them, they're out, right?
That's one version of the game. We do two different styles of game play. One is elimination, where if you're hit, you're out. To get a player back in, you catch an arrow, or you knock out one of the targets. And those targets are kind of a challenge to get out because they are wedged in there.
Yeah, I can see that.
So a lot of times you have to hit them a couple of times.
I saw it move when you knocked it.
Right.
Yeah.
So the other way we play is just points, where you get hit, you stay in the game.
Right.
So a hit is worth a point, a catch is worth 2, a target is worth 2, and then we just do a timed game.
So it's just a fun thing for families to do, for church groups to do. Use it as an outreach to people, and to be able to witness to them. And as I said, you're a Christian company.
And one of the things we're wanting to work with you guys, I'm kind of putting you on the spot here on live video.
Okay.
But we want to develop a curriculum for the churches for Archery Tag. So
okay.
I don't know if you know
like
any
that.
good curriculum writers.
You know what? I know some. I have some connections, but that's a good idea. I like that idea.
But again, that way you can put some biblical principles and teachings in with it, and just rather than having it as an activity, start to build a curriculum around it too for these churches.
I like that idea. And you said it's now being used all over the world.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And
we're in places like Russia, Saudi Arabia, Israel. You know, a lot of these countries that hate each other and hate America, but they're all united by something that we created, and which is really, to me, when I wake up every morning and I think about the places that we are around the world, I'm talking to people in Lebanon right now, Bulgaria, all of these far reaches of the country, and you know what? People are really the same all over the world as what I've discovered.
People are. I found that too. I mean, there's different cultures, and people have different philosophies and all the rest of it. But underneath it all, you know, we're humans, and we're all Homo sapiens sapien, and we're all the one kind. And
I was having an interesting conversation with a guy in Bulgaria. Well, anyway, it's somewhere over there in the Middle East, and you know, he's wanting to start his business, and again, it's the bureaucracy of, you know, they have a lot of bureaucracy over there, and the government, and you hear this over and over again, that people just want to provide for their families, they want to keep their families safe and provide a good, you know, living for them, but the government oppresses them. And you see that all over the world. So again, really, the people are all the same. It's the politicians and the bureaucrats that make things difficult for us.
That's true. And let's just go over here and have one last look over here. Oh, Kathleen, any questions?
How many people can play at a time?
How many people can play at a time?
We typically do a game of 5-on-5, 6-on-6. A standard game is 5-on-5, but we've had, you know, 8-on-8. You know, it really depends on the crowd and the space that you have.
Yeah. So you can modify that.
Yes, sir.
According to space and crowd. Any other questions?
Can you rent it?
Can you rent it?
We discourage renting it because of the safety issue. So we really, you know, we have our licensees who, you know, they're trained, they're set up, they know how to run it. And so we always recommend having staff on site whenever you're doing an event.
I understand that.
Yes.
Any others?
How many bows, arrows, and face masks come with the kit?
How many bows, arrows, and face masks come
with
with
a
the kit?
12-player set.
12-player sets.
Yep.
So you would have 12 bows.
Yes, sir.
How many arrows?
There's 48 with that.
So 4 each.
And there's 6 bunkers, 2 targets. Everything packs down into 2 wheeled duffel bags.
Okay.
So again, it's extremely portable. You can take it anywhere. I've taken it on airplanes a lot.
What about the other one over here?
That all packs down into a duffel bag. There's 2 bows and 16 arrows, the blower and the unit and the bag.
And the 4 balls that float up in the air.
Yeah, we give you 8 balls. There's
Okay.
there's 4 big, 4 small.
Okay.
and it's a little bit heavy to haul around, but again, it's very portable. We really designed this because I travel so much, and I go to, I've been out to Google and Facebook and LinkedIn, and so every time I travel, I've got to take the stuff with me on an airplane.
Yeah.
So we really wanted to design everything so it'd be very compact.
And the Archery Tag is really compact.
Yes, sir.
It's just in double bags. Anything else? Can people play Archery Tag when they come to the Creation Museum? Well, maybe there'll be times when we can do that. This is what we're going to look at, aren't we?
Yes, that's why we're here.
Thing is, it depends on the space. Like during the summer and spring, we could have some outside, right?
Absolutely.
We could do it outside, and we could do Archery Tag. We'd love to look at that possibility. When we're not using Legacy Hall for speaking and other things, we could always use part of that too. So we're just going to look into all sorts of things, and also down at the Ark as well. We got a lot of space down there. We could use things outside. So any other questions, Kathleen? Otherwise, we'll finish this one here. So maybe just get a close-up down here of the table. You can see the arrows, the face masks, and the Archery Tag. And I keep forgetting what you call this one over here.
We call it the hover ball.
The hover ball. Okay, the hover ball. So archerytag.com. I think it's a great idea for churches, and look forward to when you get a home version of the hover ball. But this you can set up anywhere. You can set up in your backyard.
Absolutely.
And it's not dangerous at all. You have an incredible safety record.
We really do. And the bows, I'll just kind of demonstrate how easy the bows come apart. There. That one's a little stiff, but again, they just lock in just like that.
Oh, that's great.
So it's a very, very portable. They come apart. They're easy to string.
Well, that is great. Well, John, thanks for spending time with us. I know I sort of interrupted what you're doing here with our staff, but after staff meeting and you gave your vision for this here, I thought, we should do a Facebook Live.
I appreciate that.
My normal videographer is away on vacation, so I grabbed another young lady here, Kathleen.
Kathleen, you're doing a great job.
She was doing that for me. So with that, we're going to sign off here from the Creation Museum.
Thank you for watching.